If you're over 60 and every step feels heavier than it used to, you're not imagining things. You stand up, and your knees argue with you. You try to take a walk, but each movement feels like grinding bone on bone. The stairs used to mean independence, now they look like punishment. Hello again, I'm Dr. James Porter. And if your knees have been talking to you lately, I'm here to say, I hear them too. Loud and clear. Knee arthritis is one of the most common reasons seniors lose mobility. In fact, the CDC estimates that more than 32 million Americans are living with osteoarthritis, and the knee is the joint most commonly affected. That means millions of people wake up every day feeling like their legs are locked, their joints swollen, and their lives smaller. The pain doesn't just hurt, it limits. You avoid gardening, skip walks, turn down time with grandkids because you're worried you'll slow them down. And the worst part? Many people believe this is just normal aging, something to accept. But what if that wasn't the full truth? What if, before jumping to medications or surgery, you gave your body the nutrients it's quietly been asking for all along? I'm not talking about miracle pills or expensive injections. I'm talking about real natural solutions like what you pour into your glass every morning. In this video, we're going to explore 3 powerful juices that science has shown can help reduce inflammation, soothe aching joints, and support healthier knees one sip at a time. These aren't exotic potions. They're common, accessible, and best of all, gentle on the body. If you're someone who's tried everything and still wakes up stiff, I encourage you to stay with me. And if this kind of simple, honest health advice helps you, feel free to subscribe to this channel. We share practical tools that support aging with strength, clarity, and dignity. Now, let's begin with one of the most golden healing combinations nature has to offer. Let's start with something that looks as healing as it feels, a glass of turmeric and carrot juice. Bright orange, slightly spicy, and surprisingly powerful, this duo offers more than just flavor. It delivers anti-inflammatory support right where your knees need it most. So, how does it work? The star compound in turmeric is called curcumin. You may have heard the name before, but not everyone knows just how deeply it interacts with inflammation in the body. In arthritis, inflammation is what causes the cartilage to wear down, the joint to swell, and the pain to settle in. Curcumin targets this process at the molecular level. According to a review published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, 2016, curcumin has been shown to inhibit several key inflammatory pathways, including NF-κB and COX-2, both of which are highly active in arthritic joints. Think of curcumin as a fire extinguisher for your knees. It doesn't just reduce the flames of inflammation, it helps cool the source. In one clinical trial published in Phytotherapy Research 2014, patients with osteoarthritis who took 500 mg of curcumin 3 times daily experienced equal pain relief to those taking 50 mg of diclofenac, a common NSAID, but with fewer side effects. That's not just impressive, it's hopeful. Now, where does carrot juice fit in? Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a pigment your body converts into vitamin A. This vitamin isn't just good for your eyes, it's essential for tissue repair, immune regulation, and protection against oxidative damage, all of which play a role in how your joints heal and respond to stress. More importantly, carrot juice helps your body absorb curcumin better. Curcumin is notoriously difficult to absorb on its own. But when taken with a source of fat or certain nutrients like the natural oils and fat-soluble vitamins in carrots, its bioavailability increases significantly. Add a pinch of black pepper, and you boost absorption even further thanks to a compound called piperine. The result? A natural anti-inflammatory cocktail that doesn't just mask pain, but actually supports joint healing from the inside out. Let me give you a quick example. One of my patients, Nancy, age 68, used to struggle just walking from her living room to her mailbox. She was skeptical when I first suggested trying turmeric and carrot juice each morning. But after 5 weeks, she told me, "Dr. Porter, I didn't think juice could do anything, but I just realized I walked the grocery store aisles yesterday without holding the cart." No miracle, just consistency and nutrients that her joints were starving for. You can make this blend right at home. fresh carrot juice, a half teaspoon of turmeric powder, or a slice of fresh turmeric root, a pinch of black pepper, and a squeeze of lemon for extra vitamin C. It's simple, and yes, it tastes earthy, but pleasant. And like I always remind my patients, healing with food takes time. This isn't a quick fix, but it's a gentle, steady shift toward feeling better day by day. If you've been relying solely on painkillers to get through the day, consider giving your knees something to build with, not just something to numb with. Because the truth is, your body still remembers how to heal. Sometimes, it just needs the right support in your glass. If turmeric and carrot juice are quiet healers, cherry juice is the frontline defender. It steps in when your joints are inflamed, stiff, or under attack, and it knows exactly where to go. What makes cherry juice so powerful is a group of plant compounds called anthocyanins. They're what give cherries their deep red color, but they do much more than just look pretty. Anthocyanins have been shown to block the same inflammatory enzymes that drugs like ibuprofen target, especially COX-1 and COX-2. When these enzymes are overactive, they drive the inflammation that breaks down cartilage, swells your knees, and steals your comfort. In a study published in Osteoarthritis and Cartilage, researchers found that tart cherry extract significantly lowered these inflammation markers, offering natural relief without medication. This isn't just theory, it's chemistry in action. And there's another layer. If you've ever experienced sudden sharp pain in your knee or toe, especially at night, you may be dealing with gout. This form of arthritis is triggered by high levels of uric acid in the blood, which crystallizes inside your joints and causes excruciating attacks. Here's where cherry juice really shines. A 2012 study in arthritis and rheumatism showed that people who consumed cherries or tart cherry extract for just 2 days had a 35% lower risk of a gout flare. And when paired with common gout medication, the risk dropped by more than 70%. That's not just helpful, it's potentially life-altering. Let me share Robert's story. He's 72, a retired mechanic who's had both osteoarthritis and gout for over a decade. When we first met, he was limping, tired, and said, "I'm afraid to get out of bed most mornings." We talked about inflammation, diet, and I suggested something simple. 2 small glasses of tart cherry juice each day, 1 in the morning, 1 before bed. After 3 weeks, he called me and said, "Doc, I don't know what's in that juice, but I just walked to my mailbox and back without holding on to anything. That's not magic, that's nourishment." Cherry juice doesn't just reduce swelling, it helps protect cartilage from breaking down. It's rich in vitamin C, which supports collagen, the protein your joints need to stay strong and flexible. It also hydrates, which helps keep joint fluid flowing smoothly, reducing that grinding, creaky sensation so many of us dread. For best results, go with 100% pure tart cherry juice, no added sugar, no syrups. The taste can be a little sharp at first, but you can dilute it with water or mix it into a smoothie with berries or spinach. Some people take it warm in the evening, almost like a tea, and they've told me it helps them sleep more peacefully. That makes sense too. Lower inflammation means better rest, and better rest means more healing. You don't need a lot. Half a cup in the morning and again in the evening is a great starting point. The key, as always, is consistency. Your body doesn't need a flood of nutrients once a month. It needs a gentle stream every day. When inflammation knocks on your joints day after day, cherry juice can be one of the simplest shields you raise in defense, and it's one that actually tastes good. Coming up next, we'll explore a tropical juice that's not only delicious, but also quietly working behind the scenes to rebuild your knees from the inside. We've seen how turmeric and cherry juice go to work on inflammation from different angles. But now, we turn to something unexpectedly powerful, something that tastes like sunshine but fights pain like a pro. Pineapple juice. It's sweet, it's refreshing, and for many people, it brings comfort long before they realize why. The reason lies in a compound called bromelain, a natural enzyme found in the core and flesh of fresh pineapple. Bromelain is not just a digestive aid, as many people think. It's also a strong anti-inflammatory agent, particularly effective in managing the kind of chronic inflammation that eats away at your knees day after day. A study published in Clinical Rheumatology found that patients with osteoarthritis who took a combination of bromelain and other natural enzymes experienced a significant reduction in pain and stiffness comparable to low-dose NSAIDs, but without the side effects. Bromelain works by reducing the levels of pro-inflammatory molecules like prostaglandins and cytokines. These are the chemical messengers that tell your joints to swell, stiffen, and ache. When bromelain steps in, it gently lowers that message, easing the pressure inside the joint. But the benefits don't stop there. Pineapple juice is also rich in vitamin C, which supports the formation and repair of cartilage, the soft, flexible cushion between your bones that wears down with arthritis. Without healthy cartilage, every step feels like bone grinding on bone. Giving your body more vitamin C is like handing it the raw materials it needs to keep those cushions strong. There's another layer to hydration. Pineapple juice is naturally high in water, and hydration is critical when it comes to joint health. Joints that are well hydrated are better lubricated. Better lubrication means smoother movement, less friction, and fewer of those stiff, creaky mornings. Of course, some people worry about the natural sugars in pineapple juice, and that's a fair concern. But used in moderation, say, half a cup to a full cup a day, those sugars are balanced out by the powerful nutrients inside. The key is choosing 100% pure pineapple juice, or better yet, blending fresh pineapple at home. That way, you keep the fiber, which helps stabilize blood sugar and supports digestion. I remember one patient, Doris, age 69. She had tried anti-inflammatory medications for years, but couldn't tolerate the stomach upset. We talked about natural options, and she started making a morning smoothie with pineapple, turmeric, and a slice of ginger. She didn't expect much. But after 3 weeks, she said, I walked across the parking lot and realized I wasn't bracing for pain. I just walked. That kind of quiet progress is what real healing looks like. If you want to boost the benefits even more, try combining pineapple juice with a small slice of fresh ginger or a squeeze of lemon. Ginger adds another anti-inflammatory punch, and lemon increases vitamin C and adds brightness to the flavor. Just like with the other juices, it's not about drinking a gallon in one sitting. It's about making it part of your daily rhythm. Because every day you give your knees what they need is one day closer to moving with less pain. And in the next section, we'll talk about how to bring these juices together simply, practically, and in a way that fits your real life. By now, you've seen how each juice plays its own role. Turmeric and carrot to calm inflammation at the root, cherry to shield and restore, and pineapple to soothe and rebuild. But knowing what works is only part of the solution. The real power lies in what you do with that knowledge every single day. And here's the good news. You don't need a fancy juicer, a strict diet, or a complicated plan. You just need consistency, simplicity, and a routine that works with your real life, not against it. One of the most effective ways to get started is to build these juices into your day the same way you'd take a supplement or brush your teeth. Small habits, repeated. That's where healing begins. Start your morning with a light juice that wakes up your system without overwhelming it. A small glass about half a cup of carrot and turmeric juice is a great choice. If you're making it at home, blend or juice 3 to 4 carrots, a small piece of fresh turmeric, or half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and a pinch of black pepper. Add a splash of lemon if you like. Drink it slowly, before breakfast if possible, to allow your body to absorb the curcumin fully. Later in the day, mid-morning or early afternoon, pineapple juice can work as both hydration and joint support. Stick to a small glass, around half a cup to a full cup. If you're using store-bought juice, make sure it's 100% pure, with no added sugar. If you're blending fresh pineapple at home, include the core, that's where bromelain is most concentrated. In the evening, tart cherry juice can become a calming ritual. Not only does it ease joint inflammation, but it also supports better sleep, which is essential for tissue repair. Try half a cup about an hour before bedtime. If the flavor is too strong, dilute it with a little water or add a few ice cubes. Some people even warm it slightly and sip it like a tea. If you enjoy smoothies, you can combine several of these into one anti-inflammatory blend. For example, in the morning or after light activity, blend carrot, pineapple, and cherry juice together with a handful of spinach or a scoop of collagen powder. Keep it simple, keep it enjoyable, and don't let perfection get in the way of progress. I often tell my patients, not every day will be ideal. You'll forget sometimes. Life will interrupt. But if you keep coming back to these small habits, even after a few missed days, you will notice change. Joints don't heal overnight, but they do respond to steady support. Think of these juices not as treatments, but as part of a daily conversation you're having with your knees. A message that says, I'm listening, I care, I'm here to help you move. Over time, these simple sips can translate into bigger wins. Maybe it starts with less stiffness in the morning. Then walking to the mailbox feels easier. One day, you realize you haven't thought about your knees all afternoon. That's the goal. Not perfection, not magic, just quiet progress that brings you back to doing the things you love without dreading the pain that used to follow. And as we wrap up, I want to share a final thought. Because healing doesn't stop with juice, it starts with something deeper. And that's what we'll explore next. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need to start. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you from one human being to another for staying with me. It means you care about your health. And more importantly, it means you haven't given up on yourself. And that matters more than anything else. Too often, we're told that arthritis is just part of aging. That pain is something we're supposed to live with, that slowing down is inevitable. But I'm here to remind you, it's not too late to feel better. It's not too late to move again, without fear or hesitation. And it doesn't take extreme diets, expensive pills, or endless appointments. Sometimes, it starts with something as simple as what you pour into a glass. These juices, turmeric and carrot, cherry, pineapple, they're not miracle cures. They're nutrients, tools, gentle but powerful ways to support your joints from the inside out. But tools only work if you use them. And your body? It still knows how to respond when you feed it what it needs. I've watched too many patients come back to life. Not suddenly, not all at once, but gradually. A little less pain, a little more energy. A short walk that used to feel impossible now feels doable again. That's the kind of progress that makes life feel full again. So whether you're starting today with a small sip or simply thinking about change, know this. You deserve knees that don't hold you back. You deserve mornings without dread. You deserve the chance to move through the world with ease again. And it can begin right now, quietly, kindly, one sip at a time. If this video gave you even one idea or ounce of hope, I'd be honored if you subscribe to Golden Health. That's where I share simple, science-backed ways to help you age with strength, clarity, and comfort. And if you think someone you love might benefit from this, share it with them. You never know whose knees need this kind of support today. Take care of yourself. Be gentle with your joints. And I'll see you in the next video.